before even considering fighting your negative thoughts or your circumstances, or even trying to change everything that you feel right now or everything that you think, just take a step back and realize that it was all your creation. What you resist persists. That means that as long as we give power and focus to some kind of circumstances or some kind of thoughts, that means that we keep them alive. I'm not saying do not acknowledge that they exist. No, acknowledge that they exist, accept that they exist because they are parts of you. They are part of your creation. But do not give them the power to decide whatever your outcome would be, because they have no power whatsoever. As long as you get stuck in the process of continuing fighting your thoughts, that means that you have given power to your thoughts to control who you are. And remember that you are bigger than your thoughts. Your thoughts are just a tool that will help you in the journey, in the human journey. And when it comes to fear, so many of you are just so afraid of fear itself. You cannot understand that fear is just an emotion, it's not something that is permanent. But you keep dwelling in fear, and eventually this will manifest because you see fear as something that has more power than you have. And when you dwell in fear, you cannot connect to your true self, to your higher self, which is God. And God is unlimited. Of course, God is everything and God can do everything. So take fear as part of yourself. It's just a tool that shows you parts of creations that you do not want to experience. So instead of fighting every negative thought, or instead of fighting your fears or trying to overcome them, simply just let it be, let it exist. And remove yourself from the story that says, I'm afraid that this will manifest, or I don't like this. Simply remove yourself from that story and choose a story that is more preferable. And I know that it's not easy, it's not funny when you're in that feeling of fear and it's all over you. But just don't fight it. Let it pass, because as long as you fight it, you keep it alive. So what I do when I feel fear, I let it be. I let it do its job. I do not fight it. And I remove myself completely, knowing that it is just a state I'm occupying. So what I do is I'll remove myself and I access my true natural state, which is I am God state. I just am the observer, the neutral observer that doesn't have feelings towards anything, that doesn't have opinions, that doesn't judge anything. I just let it be as part of my creation. I accept it for being there because I put it there. And after I've been neutral enough and I've been the observer of everything that happens within me or outside of me, then calmly I enter the state that I want. Because we are bigger than any states, that's why we can occupy any state that we wish. A state is not bigger than us. A state is part of us. So you can play with states the same way you change your clothes. But you just have to understand and to make the right conscious decision that I will show up for myself like this version of myself. And it's okay to be afraid, and it's okay to have negative assumptions, and it's okay to have negative thoughts. It's not okay when you only consciously choose to remain in those negative circumstances. So it takes a conscious choice and so much self-love and so much self-respect that you will say, no, I will not accept myself in this state. I will remove myself. Why? Because I love myself enough to let me have my desires and to make this experience fun and to have fun and to play with the law and to play with my power and to play with manifestation. Because after all, what's the point in finding out that you are God if after that you do not make the conscious choice to experience exactly what you want? When fear comes, do not be quick to judge yourself and do not be quick to identify yourself as fearful. Because you are not fearful, you are simply occupying the state of fear. So when you stop identifying yourself with your emotions, you realize that It's not who you are. The emotions are part of you, and you are not part of your emotions. You can decide what your emotions are. You can decide whether they will exist or they won't. Because emotions are just like things that you access. So you can access any emotion that you desire. For the simple reason that you have all emotions available to you. The same way you have all states available to you, you just have to make the conscious choice that today I'm going to show up for myself the way I desire to be. The version of me that I desire to be. And I will not give power to inner or outer circumstances that I myself created. So by doing this, and instead of judging and fighting everything that you see, feel, perceive, or think, just take a step back and be the observer. Nothing more, nothing less. Just be the observer. Because your true identity is you are the observer. You are reality looking at itself. That's all. And as soon as it clicks for you, the better.